Cleaning your home is always a chore, but an even bigger chore is sorting out the chemical warnings on the back of most common cleaning supplies. Sometimes, using these products can come with an allergic reaction, or possibly worse. Green cleaning is a simple solution to solve that issue. Using items you likely already have in your pantry, you can effectively clean without harmful chemicals. In this video class, recycling specialist Janet Moreland will give an overview of green cleaning, including a checklist of items to keep in your home arsenal, and then we'll see the step-by-step tutorial for creating 2 green cleaning recipes, a multi-purpose cleaner and an effervescent scrubbing toilet bomb. At the end of each recipe, we'll show the application process and some tips and tricks for using the concoction. If you'd like to skip ahead to one of the sections mentioned above, all you have to do is scroll down into the description box of this video and click on the timestamps. Without further ado, take it away, Janet.
Hello, I'm Janet Moreland, Recycling Specialist with Riverside County Department of Waste Resources. We're here today to talk about green cleaning. Green cleaning is just a simple method of using ingredients that you commonly find in your own pantry at home to make cleaning products, kind of like the things that Grandma used to do. But just to simplify things and make our home environment maybe a little less toxic with over-the-counter cleaning products. So when we think of cleaning products, we think of all different kinds of cleaners. We've got cleaners for the bathroom, cleaners for the kitchen, laundry cleaners, anything that you can think of that you need to clean in your home, there's a separate product for it. And so when you go down the cleaning aisle at the grocery store, the big box store, you're just going to be overwhelmed with all different kinds of cleaners. So, but this is a way, with green cleaning, we're going to be making a variety of different cleaning products using simple ingredients that we have at home that a lot of us probably already have. If you have cleaners that you no longer like, don't like how they work, that you've purchased over the counter that are in a container with an over-the-counter already made product. If you find that you have cleaners that you don't want to keep anymore, you would want to take those to a household hazardous waste collection program. We don't want to see all those cleaners getting mixed on the truck during collection. If you just happen to put half a bottle of liquid cleaner into your waste can, and your neighbor puts another one in, those could be competing chemicals and it can cause a problem in the truck as they're collecting it. But also take the opportunity to contact your neighbors and see if maybe they would use the cleaner that you no longer want. But if you still have residual in the cleaner, a considerable amount to where it's not pourable, you need to bring it into the household hazardous waste collection for free disposal. And the county, our department, will actually take care and make sure that that product is disposed of properly or made available at our drop-and-shop stores. One of the things we need to do when we're looking and purchasing chemicals or even using the chemicals that we have at home, you need to start reading the label. Now the writing on the label is very small, but there's very important information on here. So it gives you precautionary statements and lets you know that something may be poisonous or corrosive or dangerous. You want to look for words like caution, warning, danger, and poison. But it also lets you know what the physical and chemical hazards are. So I came across one label that had a product, and it said that on the physical and chemical hazards, it says do not use this product with ammonia or acids and vinegar. So you didn't want to, while you have a product that you use often, refresh yourself, read the label, and see what you should and should not do with it and how to properly use it. I had been using one of these products for years and years and years. I never read the label, and I'm sure there's a couple of you out there that may be doing the same thing and not reading those labels. So why would we want to use green cleaning products at home? One, they're safer. I think about mopping the floor with a common over-the-counter product, and it kind of might leave a little slight residual on the floor. Well, if a baby or a grandbaby comes walking in there and they're crawling and they pick up their stop and they put their hands in their mouth, they're going to be picking up some of that residual chemical that may have been left on the floor and putting that in their mouth. Another thing, if you have pets that have sensitive skin or their sensitivities, they're walking on the floor, picking up some of that residual, and the only way they have to clean themselves is licking it. So they're going to ingest some of that chemical, as well as they may have skin irritants to it. So it's just kind of safer for the family. It'll reduce household hazardous waste. We always are looking for ways to find better ways of doing things without increasing toxic chemicals in our lives. So when you stop purchasing those over-the-counter products that you may or may not like, you may not like the scent of it, you may not like how it produces, and you start doing simpler things that I have control over how I make my products and what it's going to smell like, and I kind of get a kick out of that. But when you stop buying all the over-counter products, then you can reduce some of the household hazardous waste that's being generated. And you can save money. Most of these products I've already got in my home, or a lot of them I find in my kitchen pantry, things that I use to cook with. And so they get a double duty, and I get to save some money. I can buy in bulk then and buy larger quantities because I know I'm going to always use these products. So we have a basic starter kit, and it's some very simple products right here. Borax, which you can find in your grocery store, easy. It's a great cleaner for laundry as well as around the house. Distilled water, distilled white vinegar, and we're using distilled white vinegar as opposed to apple cider vinegar because apple cider vinegar has a slight color to it, and there's a little bit more organic material in it. Since this is distilled, it's pretty pure, and as we use it in a cleaning recipe, it's going to last longer in a bottle under the sink and won't start breaking down. Baking soda and isopropyl alcohol. So these are all really good. The isopropyl alcohol will help you with disinfecting, which now that we live through virus situations, sometimes we want to step up our cleaning a little bit and using something a little bit more antiseptic to kill some of the germs that friends and family may bring over. Then we also have our expanded kit, and this is if you want to do additional cleaners like laundry cleaners or fabric cleaners, carpet cleaners and things like that, you may want to expand your repertoire a little bit. This is washing soda. It's different than baking soda. Slightly different. There's more, I think, a little more oxygen in this, and it's just a different product. So, and we're in our recipe book that you can find online, we'll specifically say when you need washing soda and when you just need baking soda. Citric acid. We got hydrogen peroxide, another antiseptic, which is good to clean and sanitize hard surfaces. Castile soap. We've got essential oils. Our favorites are eucalyptus, lavender, and tea tree. We've got Fells Naphtha, and this is a laundry detergent soap. It's great for getting stains out, but we also use it in our laundry recipe. And the difference with the laundry detergent soap, it doesn't have all the moisturizers that a body bar or a bar of soap that you would normally use in the bathroom, a beauty bar, I guess I should say. And then this is like just a little treasure that I like. It's called Pumice, and this one is it's a pumice stone that you can use to clean porcelain. In my town, we have hard water, and we get hard water stains built up on the porcelain. And this is a great way, without using any chemicals, to get in there and scrub it and remove that hard water deposit. Along with these types of products here, this is our basic kit. There's other products that you might have at home that you could use. Things like salt as an abrasive, hydrogen peroxide, which is in our kit here. Toothpaste is a great abrasive to get stubborn stains off of things and dig in there a little bit. Ketchup, lemon juice is another good kind of an acid to use. There's other things you can do. To find recipes on how to use all of these other different types of ingredients that we don't have in our recipe book, you can go online, just go on the World Wide Web and do a DIY brass cleaner or copper polish, and it'll give you a number of different recipes that you could use. But we wanted to start off with the basics. We wanted to make this program easy so that anybody could probably go into their pantry right now and get started making a new recipe. The first recipe we're going to do today is real simple. This is an all-purpose cleaner. It's great to clean almost anything, mostly hard surfaces like countertops, formica and tile. Stainless steel surfaces. You can use this to clean out the inside of your refrigerator. You can use it for a lot of different things. I will caution you that for the natural stone surfaces like granite and marble, we do have a separate recipe in our recipe book for natural stone surfaces. But for the most part, this vinegar type product is going to be great. So you're going to mix it and put it in a spray bottle. I've already marked this to be an all-purpose cleaner. What you'll find when you start switching to all-purpose cleaners, it doesn't have all the fancy blue dyes and red dyes and orange dyes in it. So we're gonna be a little bit of a purist here and just do things, but you do need to label it. And I think if you mark it before you get started, that's the easiest thing to do. So it's 1 cup of distilled white vinegar. And again, this is distilled, so it's clean and pure. It doesn't have any biological ingredients that are going to break down like a apple cider vinegar or other type of vinegars that you might have. And we'll add that to our spray bottle. That's 1 cup of vinegar. And 1 cup of distilled water. And the difference between using tap water and distilled water, again, is the organic, what we'd kind of say is little impurities. With distilled water, you get a pure water that's clean, and it's not going to start building up algae and things like that on long term. So there's, if you want to use tap water, use smaller quantities. So instead of doing 1 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of water, you could decrease that and use a half a cup of vinegar and a half a cup of water. But for our purposes, we wanted to use the distilled water because it is so much nicer and cleaner. And we'll put that in here. And basically we've got a nice cleaner, and you can use this cleaner while you're in your kitchen, while you're fixing dinner. You can still clean your counters. I don't think you do that with some of those over-the-counter cleaners, but it's nice. This is stuff that you'd already put in your salad. If you want to change it a little bit, it's easy enough. Remember those essential oils that we talked about before? You can always pick up some of the essential oils, give it just a little bit different scent. And I change mine with the holidays. Like during Christmas, I'll use peppermint. In the summer, I'll use lemon. But you can always splash 15 or so drops of essential oils in here, and that'll give you a nice fresh scent too. Just a little something different. Essential oils are also great to help you breathe a little bit better. So you can go around, this disguises the vinegar smell a little bit, and you can inhale the lovely scent of this distilled cleaner and the essential oils.
As the name implies, this all-purpose spray has many applications. It's not only perfect for the kitchen countertop, but the cutting board as well. It's also fine for fabrics and spot cleaning. One note, you'll want to avoid using this spray on marble or other types of stone. High-end wood furniture isn't recommended for this spray either. Alternative recipes for those surfaces can be found at the link in the description box of this video.
I have a garden at home. I like to grow herbs, and a lot of times I will change the scent of my distilled vinegar. So it's simple to do. I saved a jar, a glass jar. You want to have a glass jar with a nice sealing lid on it. And I labeled it before I started. So this one I used my rosemary. So I cut fresh rosemary from the garden, stuffed it in the jar, and then filled it to the top with my distilled white vinegar. And I'm going to leave this on the counter for 2 weeks to 30 days. And as it's doing that, the rosemary is going to let some of its essential oils out and scent this vinegar. It's going to be slightly changing color, but it's not enough to really damage anything in your house, and especially when you get it diluted with the water. But it does make a nice change to smelling vinegar all the time while you're cleaning. The nice thing I like about the vinegar, I have a son who has asthma, and the scent is not so harsh for him and his breathing, and the vinegar smell dissipates really quickly anyways.
Vinegar tinctures aren't limited to herbs. You can use citrus peels just as easily. And with Riverside County being famous for citrus, odds are you might have a tree in your backyard. Put some peels in a glass jar, fill with vinegar, and give it a few weeks to soak up all that great citrus aroma.
So the recipe we're going to do now is a toilet balm. It's one of the favorites of everybody. It makes a great gift for other occasions, you know, for Mother's Day, make mom's life a little bit easier by giving her a toilet balm. Anyway, it's made of simple ingredients. It's borax, baking soda, citric acid, our essential oils, and distilled water. And I keep it in a spray bottle, and we'll talk about that as we get along. So when you look in your recipe book, you'll find the recipe for this simple little cleaning product. The first thing is 1 cup of baking soda. That's this baking soda. And then we've got a 1/4 cup of citric acid. And the citric acid is a food preservative. You'll find it in the grocery store where you find the canning products like jars and lids to make your own pickles and things. And this is a food preservative, safe to work with, but it's our activator that makes the balm action. And then an 1/8 cup of borax, and that's our cleaner that goes in there. So you want to mix this up. Work out any lumps or bumps that you might have. A lot of times just the moisture in the air with all these dry ingredients can get them to clump together. And then we've got our essential oils. Today I'm going to use tea tree and lavender. And we're going to use, the recipe calls for 30 drops, so since I like to change up the recipe a little bit with my oils, I'll do 15 drops of tea tree and 15 drops of lavender. That's 15 and 15. And you'll notice that we're not adding the oil. I'm going to give this a stir and mix in those essential oils. With this recipe, because it is an effervescent type of toilet balm finished product, you want to be careful about how you're adding in your moisture. So every time I've added something with the essential oils, I want to give it a quick stir. And when I'm adding in the water, this is the distilled water. I put it in a spray bottle and I've got it on a light spray. I'm going to mix that in as I go along. And we're looking at mixing this to the consistency of moist sand, and just to the point where it starts to come together and hold. And I can feel it starting to thicken up a little bit now. But occasionally I'll reach in and it's still not to the point yet. A couple more sprays. I wish you had smell-o-vision so you could smell this. It smells wonderful. So it's now to the point where it's starting to just hold together. So it has a moisture feel to it, but it's ready to mold. And we like to do things with, always like to reuse items. So we've got an egg tray, and it's got kind of a nice little star-shaped image on the bottom of it. And before I get started, I want to show you, these are toilet bombs that we had made previously. They're hard, and they'll have that nice little shape on the bottom. So I want to pop a couple of those out, and then we'll get busy putting this in the new mixture in. And so it's real important that when you're doing this, you put your ingredient in and then press it down firmly so it picks up that image on the bottom. And you can continue to fill these up, and you'll want to keep these in your house on a countertop somewhere overnight, and they'll dry to this consistency. And with again, this simple little mold, these pop out really easily, and you can fancy them up and then put them together. They make a nice gift, and they're great to have on your bathroom counter.
The application for this recipe couldn't be easier. Just drop it in your toilet bowl or toilet tank and watch it go to work. You can wait a few moments or hours and flush, or give it a scrub with a toilet brush. Either way, it's an easy way to keep your toilet clean. On top of our green cleaning recipes, we've also developed a similar set of recipes for the garden. Homemade products to deter weeds and pests without all the dangerous chemicals that come in so many commercial items. A PDF of the green gardening recipes is located on our website. Additionally, our green gardening class has also been made into a full video class similar to the one you're watching right now. All you have to do to check out that class is to click on the link in the upper right-hand corner. Everything from homemade pest prevention sprays to chemical-free weed killer is covered in the class.
So if green cleaning is not your bag and you still want to buy over-the-counter products, you can buy safer products. And a way to find the safer products that don't have as many chemicals that would damage the environment is to go to the EPA website. They have a program called Safer Choice, and you'll find the link to the EPA website in our description box for this program. We'd also like you to join us, if you would like, for more free classes. We've got, along with the green cleaning, there's green gardening, there's composting, vermicomposting, and many other recycling programs that it's a great way to take a little time, view it, and learn a little something to make your life and the life in Riverside County just a little bit better. So for additional resources, you'll find them in the description box. You'll also find the link to the green cleaning recipe. Again, these are the simple recipes that we put together using the common ingredients at home. One of the resources we used is the Naturally Clean Home, and this is a book by Karen Siegel Mayer, and you'll find her information in the green cleaning book where we reference the book. So I'd just like to thank you for joining us. Again, visit our website for more opportunities to reduce waste and different ways that you can make your home a little bit better and a little less wasteful. Thank you.